Hello everybody, I'm Beta Wolf and welcome to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. The long-awaited DLC for Rebirth is finally here. I really cannot wait to jump into this one. I've been anticipating it for so long. The excitement is very real. Now, for those who don't know what the Afterbirth is, it's basically a huge DLC for the Binding of Isaac Rebirth that adds a ton of stuff to the game and really put emphasis on ton and huge there because it's seriously massive. And I could go through explaining all the different kinds of things that's been added to the game by the guys, but I could probably spend at least the length of an episode detailing all of those points. So I think it's best off to jump in right away, and we'll be starting off the DLC with a brand new save file. I think that's a nice way to go for us, a kind of new beginning, if you will. And considering that's the case, we'll be starting on hard mode with Isaac because we have no other character unlocked. And I think it's only appropriate that we start off episode 1. Episode 1 with the actual guy in the title. You've got to start with Isaac, so let's do it. And we are on the basement. First thing to note, that is kind of new. Oh well, totally new should I say. There is a score at the top there and you see it counting down as time goes by. That's because the way you get a high score is... It kind of factors into quite a few things really. And truth be told, I don't know all of the exact details. But I'm sure I'll figure that out as we get... Oh, sugar. As we get more experience in the game and figure out exactly how all the little tiny bits work. But I do know that it is based on items that you pick up and, of course, time actually passing by. So the quicker you are, generally the higher score you get. But it should also be said that that doesn't always determine that you'll get the highest score possible. Item pickups also do factor into that just as much, I believe. If not slightly more, I've heard from other people in the community, so we'll soon see how that works out. Oh, this is going to look fairly vanilla for the meantime, considering we're just starting off and we've got like nothing unlocked. But we'll soon get really into the swing of the DLC stuff as we discover it over the course of this series. And I'm hoping it's going to be quite a long one as well, as I really do love this game, and the whole DLC releasing is kind of rekindled my love for the game slightly. Slightly, I mean massively. I don't know why I'm toning that down. I guess I'm kind of trying to pay attention to what's going on, even though I was in a room with no enemies. And we are experiencing something new right up there, and that was that one of these popcorn faces can now cloak and go invisible. There was some kind of predator effect going on there, so that was extremely cool. Oh boy, I've got so many thoughts buzzing around my head right now. I don't really know what to focus on, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. I really hope you guys are feeling the enthusiasm too, because I'm stoked for this. I really am. I'm hoping it's going to be a long-running series on the channel because of the amount I like the game. Oh God, that was bad damage. So I really hope you guys are totally feeling it as well. And we have this, a dice shard. I believe that's... Is that new? It should also be said that I have had quite a bit of a break from the game before the DLC came out. I got quite burnt out on it because of the amount that I was playing. And that's not to say I've played more than anybody else. No, for sure. I know there's a lot of people that has played more than me, but I feel like I kind of needed a break, so I did just that. So if I'm a little bit rusty in terms of play and also actual knowledge of the game, just bear with me because we will get back into the swing of things in no time. Okay, we picked up, I believe that was Mongo Baby. I didn't look at the name, but I believe that's who it is. And as well as also seeing the new elements of the HUD there at the top, you can also see over to the right, it now details the items that you've picked up, which is super cool. That is fantastic, so you don't need to pause and see it over to the left there, like you used to have to do to see what you picked up. Awesome, okay, first of all, going well. I kind of regret picking up those spirit hearts this early because I tend to like to save until the end of the floor, just in case I run into a bit of trouble and end up taking a bit of kind of silly damage, as the first floor is like pretty much always easy unless you get stuck with the cellar or something like that. So I kind of like to pick them up at the end to act as insurance for the next floor. And we do see there is another tinted rock there, so if I get a bomb, I'll certainly be looking to pick that up. Okay, we have gone over in that direction. If I get a bomb, I could have traded 1 for 2 there. I see that was kind of a thoughtless play now, but I'm sure you can forgive me because of the excitement. Feeling really sporadic and spontaneous at the moment, so there may be a few misplays in this one. Though considering it is the first the first episode for the playthrough, I really want to win at all costs for this one, so if something like soy milk ends up showing up, I will not be picking that thing up. Not a chance. Oh, Monstro goes down easy enough. And we get the screw. That's tears. And shot speed. I always forget about that. Oh, in fact, is that height? Is that the height item? I think it could be height. So let's drop down to the next floor. Not too much new there. We did get a really cool cloaking enemy. I've managed to explain a bit about the HUD. And basement 2. This one shouldn't give us too much trouble either. Oh, I like that effect. I don't know whether that happened in the original, in Rebirth. And when I say original, I'm not talking about Wrath of the Lamb now. I'm talking about Rebirth in general before the DLC. But that was a really cool effect on the flaming hopper there. And I'm probably going to name the enemies as well, kind of, to my own liking, because I've forgotten a lot. It's honestly been... It's been maybe a quarter of a year since I last played. Apart from testing the SELP for the recording, which I don't think really counts, so a lot has been forgotten, but I really look forward to experiencing it again so I can get back familiar with it all. Brush off some of that rust. Brush off that rust. Okay, we've got our item room there. Still no keys, no bombs, which is never a good thing. We did skip out on that tinted rock on the last floor, sadly, due to not having any bombs. But I would really like a key right now because I hate missing the item room. Okay, take that guy down. Cool. Another penny. And an empty room. Most of my Isaac play in the past was also done on the PlayStation, so that's also part of the reason why I started a new save, is because I hadn't had sugar. I hadn't had too much done. Oh god, I need to get back to these... Get back familiar with these curve shots again. Ah! Oh, this is looking so pathetic right now. Let's just do it. Oh god, that was not worth. We took a whole heart of damage for that. Most of my... As I was saying anyway, before I was rudely interrupted right there, most of my Isaac play in the past was done on the PlayStation, and that's partly because I didn't have a PC at the time, and... Oh! That's basically it, so that's why I started a new save, as there wasn't really much to go on for the PC, because I didn't have it at the time, so I never really managed to get that far into it. And it should also be mentioned that I nearly got Platinum God on the PlayStation as well, so you probably don't think that off my play right now, and my knowledge of the game right now, but I assure you I came close. The curse room there is probably a better bet after the boss. I believe I was only missing... I think it was the Meat Boy achievement and the Bandage Girl achievement. I think both of those have eluded me, but I did manage to get all the lost stuff done, so I was super proud about that. That is probably one of the best achievements I've done in games as a whole, to be honest, because that can kind of be pretty damn ruthless. Though, I think... Monstro's Tooth. Okay, we've never seen that in before. Though it actually didn't take me as many attempts as it might have done some other people. I think I did it on my 8th attempt, if I remember correctly. But then also went an extremely long time before doing it again. So, I guess we should note that. Okay, always nice to have the black hearts. And we'll pick Contract from Below because it's awesome. As well as a bunch of stuff being added. I know there's been tweaks, so hopefully... a few of the really good items haven't been changed or nerfed, because that'd make me really sad, especially if I end up picking them up while I still think they do the same thing. So we'll make our way down to the curse room, and that was not worth. Oh well. We still leave the floor with a heart more than we had when we first came in. Or at least before we got blown up by the damn champion in there. In this room. And sadly, we will be leaving the floor without checking the item room, or the shop, or the library. Or the secret rooms. So we're kind of putting ourselves at a bit of a disadvantage there, but there's not really a lot I can do about it in the situation. I could have played better on the bombs on the previous floor, but hell, that is what it is, I guess. Ooh. And now we're experiencing something totally brand new, the flooded caves. Listen to the music. Okay, this is really cool. I'm loving the aesthetics for sure. And wow, we're going to need a lot of keys for that. The music also seems really calming too. I do enjoy that quite a lot. Though sometimes when you get calming music contrasting with what's happening on screen, oh sugar, it can often be a put off, at least to myself. Oh my god, I'm playing so bad right now. I need to start concentrating a little bit more, or else I'm not going to be long for this world. Take out them silkworms. Yeah, I'm noticing a few new enemies as well, like the bats in the previous room and these black silkworms. I'm not really sure what they're all about. Telepills. Okay, well, we made our way into the item room, so I am happy about that. We might as well pick how to jump up. Not how to jump up. Pick up how to jump is how I should have phrased it. And we do know that we've got another telepills back there too, so we'll certainly go and head back for that. And contract from below paying out just as good as ever. So that's a beautiful sign right there. You gotta be wary of these bonies. Oh, take care of you. Cool. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling kind of... I'm certainly feeling the where did the dice piece go? We had a dice piece, right? Where the heck did that go? I don't think we dropped it for anything, did we? Okay, I've got no idea about that. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm certainly feeling fairly scared, even though we only need to make it to Mum. But I'm feeling quite scared for this run because I do want to win it as it's my first one. And considering the amount of time I've gone before getting back into this, I feel like I should have maybe done a bit of a practice run first. Okay, bomb's paying out in full force now. Oh, the music's so mysterious and eerie. Really cool how they changed that up. Because it would get a bit tedious playing through some of the levels, hearing the same songs over and over again. So it's nice to have more of a difference now too. More of a variety to keep things fresh. New room shapes too. There's so many things to touch on. I kind of feel like I want to talk about everything at the same time. And that's probably why I'm getting a little bit... Oh my god, what am I doing right there? And that's probably why I'm getting a little bit sporadic with some of my commentary. I'm kind of not focusing on one thing for long enough. I'm kind of bouncing from one thing to the next. And also probably an excuse that I can use for a few misplays that I've done already. So if we get the ability to fly, which I damn sure hope we do, it'll be extremely beneficial on this level. Oh, okay, there's the dice piece. I wonder why that dropped down. D6 plus D20. I do know what the D6 does, but I can't remember what the D20 does. So maybe that's got some sort of mixing effect between those two items. I'm really not too sure. Maybe it has a bit of both going on. Though then again, I'm not sure how that'd work considering their actual spacebar items that you need to actively use. In fact, what am I talking about? It's in the pill slot. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by the rust. We can actually use this. In fact, considering it's... Okay, no, I'm going to save it. I understand. I understand what that's going to do now. That'll allow a reroll, and is the D20 the one that rerolls everything on your person? Am I right with that? I could be totally wrong about a lot of things in this. You're going to have to forgive me for that. As you know, once again, I'll echo what I've just said. Rust. So, if we pick up... Okay, that's interesting. Those switches disable all of the statues in that room. That is an intriguing one. So if we make our way to a item room, we will be looking to use that to make our way in there. Not make our way in there. I'm thinking of the telepills now. My mind's conflicting between what to talk about. I will use that to re-roll an item when I make it to an item room. That was really not difficult to say. I did spill the beans on what I'm thinking about these telepills, and that is, if we don't get another key, I'm going to try and use it to get into maybe a curse room or a shop, which would be beneficial because we have got 19 cents, and I would be looking to buy a new spirit heart at the moment because oh yeah, that's good, because I'd like a little bit more insurance, as I've only got 3 red hearts and those can quite easily be dwindled down if I come unstuck. Okay, let's telepills. Took us right back to the previous room. Okay, that didn't work out, but I have just thought, we have got how to jump. We don't need the ability to fly. What am I talking about? This is why I need to pay more attention to the game. Whack a bomb on there. Also, new pill colours. Speed up. Cool. How do I make this the best possible bomb? Try and clump everything together the best I can. In fact, I'm just lazy. I'll just do it like that. That should get a nice amount of stuff. Tons of... a couple of nice spirit hearts there too. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, the pickups, the drops. All stats up. Edmund wants me to win this run. I have been told by Northern Lion that if something good happens in the game, you thank Ed. If something bad happens, it's Tyrone. So, thank you, Edmund McMillan. And we've got the shop. Lovely. Oh my goodness, no! I've just I'm coming to the realization now that I have forgotten about so many different things in this game. So many elements. I've only got 3 items there, and I've got nothing in the donation machine. So I'm going to try and put absolutely everything in there. I will stand here for as long as possible to try and get this in until it jams. Blue map, cool. Oh my goodness. Look at that score going down as well for every second that I waste. Store level. Cool. Okay, so at least the amount of money has been beneficial on this run. We've managed to gain some really nice headway on the donation machine, which is always nice. But man, it's going to be one hell of a battle getting back up to 999 again. Okay. One thing that I don't think it allows you to do anymore is enlarging the map. You know, make it bigger so you can actually see the different areas. I think it's just fixed in that one position right now. And I can't make it bigger like I used to be able to. That's a strange one. Though I guess it does kind of keep everything more compact, so you don't have the screen entirely cluttered by everything. So I suppose that makes sense to a certain degree. As there is quite a few new elements to the HUD, as we have run over before. Okay, yeah, we can't forget about that. I can see myself really not focusing too much right now, and I need to not do that. This must be it. Yeah. Secret room pills. Telepills galore. Okay. One makes you small. Oh! That's really cool. That's a sweet new pill. It makes you smaller and smaller. That's awesome. With like the size of the familiar's bigger than us. What the heck is that about? Full health. Okay, so there's some really nice cool little pills in the rotation, it seems. I don't know what I'm trying to dig myself into with that telepill. I do not believe we took red heart damage on this floor. And considering we took the devil deal on the last floor, we should be in good stead to get one after defeating Peep. Oh my god, I'm pathetic. Oh, it shouldn't be too difficult. We've got a nice tiers upgrade from the screw. And also Mongo Baby seems to be helping out quite nicely as well. And I will look to use that devil deal with the dice piece instead of the item that drops from Pete, because I think that's going to be more likely to lead to a nicer item for us. But once again, needing to remember there's not going to be any Mum's Knife or Brimstone in the rotation, so I'll need to bear that in mind for sure. Cool. I love the mushroom items. HP, tears up, shot speed down. Nice. I'm liking the way this DPS is going right now with the shot speed. Oh, I'm going to hold on to the dice piece because that's another awesome item right there. Ceremonial robes. We've unlocked Lazarus, and this run is getting better and better by the room. Excellent. Really happy with the way that one turned out. And also, look at the effects as I walk around there on the floor. There's some really nice... let's see how slow we can look at how slow you can walk. That always amuses me. There's some really nice effect there with the puddles, the pool, as it is the flooded caves. You kind of see it ripple as you walk around. Extremely cool. I will try and let these cutscenes last out if I remember to do so, because this is our first run, and I feel like to pay homage to the game properly, if that makes sense. I will leave those to run for this episode. I couldn't see that coming. But after this one, I'll probably just skip them like I have been doing for the past year or so. Okay. Damage is extremely nice right now. And let's take this for the fun of it. Hookworm. Though, some may consider it to be bad because it kind of helps you miss rather than land your shots a lot of the time. But, it looks goofy as hell, so I'll keep it. Okay, we will re-roll that. Take the spirit art from it. And, oh, if the D20 re-rolls the run, as in what's on my person, I'm going to lose all this sweet setup. Oh no, I don't want to do it anymore. Oh, what the hell, let's do it. Okay, that's not changed us by the looks of it, so that's awesome. And we've got Mum's Perfume out of it, Fear Shot. I do like Fear Shot. Some people hate it because it kind of makes enemies unpredictable. And I can certainly see that, especially ones that jump. And they end up coming down on top of you because you have no idea where to stand. But I still kind of like it because it backs off enemies like spiders and really annoying creatures like that like to get up close and deal some damage. Okay, we've got the saddest bonfly in the world right now on this room. I'm not sure what the difference is there. Okay, so it explodes in some sort of purple mist. And why not fight the boss now? Shub. Because I certainly feel confident that we're powerful enough to do so. And we can get a nice devil deal and another item out of this to proceed to use on the rest of the floor. That was bad bomb placement. Really wasteful as well, as I've certainly got the damage necessary to take him down really quickly as it is. Bye-bye, Chub. Lil Chubby. Cool. No devil deal, are you kidding? Magic Scab? Yeah, that's right. HP and look up, cool. I'm liking the way this one's going. I'm certainly feeling that this is becoming an unthrowable run. Though I'm not the best player in the world by any means. So there certainly is still a possibility that I could lose, but considering it's only Mum, I think we got this. I think we've got it. Might consider playing that. I'll see what's in the shop first, but for now I'm going to hold off. That should do nicely. These enemies seem interesting. I'm not really sure what they're all about. These seem to release these kind of golden... Okay, so I guess it's not just them that release them golden kind of... what would you even call them? I've not even got any bombs anymore. Can we get in there without damage this way? I mean, I know you can... Oh, yeah, there we go. That worked out. I was about to say, I know you can get through there by doing exactly as I did, but I'm normally not the best at that. So we see a few enemies releasing these kind of golden shard flies by the looks of it. And I'm wondering how they're different from the regular ones. Apart from the cool aesthetic, that is, because... oh crud. I'm really loving the new aesthetics of the game in terms of items, floors, all that kinds of good stuff. There really is a lot to take in. I'm sorry if I'm kind of rambling on a lot about all the stuff, but it's just because it's so huge. Without that being a sexual innuendo, the update's massive. So you've got to respect there is a lot to play and talk about. We're fast enough to do that. Boom. Nice. I'm wondering if those buttons end up coming in handy any other way as well, apart from just disabling traps in the room. I think that'll be cool if they did. But for now, that's an entire mystery for me. And I can't believe this run's already gone 22 minutes and we're only on the damn caves. Look up. Look. Oh, that was the coolest thing I've ever heard. So now apparently there's this really eerie voice that whispers to the player when you use a pill. Infested, okay, that's spiders. It didn't do it that time, but it did it for the luck pill. That's kind of intriguing. And we will do this. Oh, I forgot we can't get the blood bag until we've got... How many is it? IV bags. How many IV bags do you need before you unlock the blood bag? Feel free in the comments to totally school me on a lot of the questions that I'm asking, because I'm gonna be fairly unknowing of that stuff until I get back familiar with it all again. Cool, he pays out. I'm not really sure why I'm playing this. I guess I'm hoping for a fly. Bit more added defense there. Not that kind of fly, fool. Fly, you fools. Yeah, I'm probably wasting my time by doing this, just burning away money in the on the judgment and the machine right there, but it's always nice to have a bit of a play. Okay, let's get back moving. We are down to... Oh, the shop is up there. We are down to half a red heart, but that's okay because we've got tons of insurance due to the epic amount of spirit hearts we've got them in it. Now, what in the world is that? Spider mod buddy. That's cool. That looks kind of like an it reminds me of a gadget. You're gonna have to forgive me for this reference because I doubt any of you are knowing what What in the world is that? That is the coolest thing in the world. If that spider enables this effect, which I'm sure it does now because this wasn't happening earlier, it enables the effect to see damage being put on enemies. That is so cool. I love that effect. I was about to say, forgive me for the reference I was about to make, being it does look like one of the weapons from Ratchet & Clank 3, I believe. This little mechanical spider that you could control to blow up enemies. Well, I'm sure nobody knows what I'm talking about there anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Man, that's a cool item. That's absolutely awesome. Worth, of course. I don't know why I went in there again. Forgive me. Very sloppy, but I feel like it doesn't really matter if we play sloppy on this one because I'm feeling comfortable enough to seal a deal. You know, get that win. And down to the next floor. Onto the depths. I do kind of like the cutscenes. They are fairly comical. After still watching them for a very long time. Okay, yeah, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in the game so far. Look at that. That's one of the coolest things I've seen in Rebirth as an absolute whole, even before the DLC. Seeing damage put on enemies like that. That's brilliant. That is one of my favourite items by far already. Not great in terms of maybe function. It's not necessarily going to win games for you, but it's an awesome detail that I really like. So I'll probably pick that up most times if I've got the money for it. Oh, nearly got myself trapped in there. And I'm thinking now whether maybe it does have some sort of other beneficial effect to the actual like character, if you can use it in some sort of certain way to give you an advantage. Are you a wizard? There's not really that I can think of how it would give you a nice advantage. Oh, that's a nice card. That's a very, very nice card. Let's enable the spikes. Yeah, that's a really interesting one. I'm kind of perplexed so far, and that's an even better card, one would argue. We'll go ahead and take that right away. That is Spirit of the Night. Azazel unlocked. Fantastic. And what the hell is one of those hands doing in this room? Okay, so those enemies can now drop down in devil deals and hurt the player. Kind of crazy. Trying to catch us out there with that addition to the game. Something to bear in mind in the future for sure. And now this run is quickly stumbling out of proportion because, oh no, we can now fly. So how to jump instantly becomes worthless for us, so we'll be looking to trade that off in the near future for an item that will actually benefit us. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, do that work, Spider. You're so good. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, I will spend 2 keys to get in there. I think it's worth. I think that's kind of less worth now. I don't want to touch that 1 as well. I'll take the money and run. Once again... Oh, God, I'm going to have to kill that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Forgive me for not doing that. Normally, I will kind of make the crazy plays like that and maybe put myself at a big disadvantage. Oh, can we go even smaller? We can go even smaller. Look at that. Now we're nearly as small as a spider. Normally I will make kind of fairly crazy plays like that and put myself at a possibly, God, I can't even speak right now. A possible disadvantage by maybe rolling the run into something significantly worse. But okay, that's horse shit right there. It attacked me without even popping its head up. Is that thing like a thing right now, or was that a glitch? Anyway, as I was saying, I will make them plays that might possibly put myself at a disadvantage just to make the run more interesting, but considering it's my first ever recorded episode, I feel like I need to win this no matter what, because if that turns the run into something totally stupid and damn near unwinnable, for a player of my skill level at least, then I won't be too pleased with myself. Scatter bombs. Okay, so judging from the little description that it gave there as well, I'm assuming that the bombs explode into multiple cluster bombs. Yeah, that's also really cool. I'm liking the... Okay, that's interesting. I understand how this item may be useful now. On bosses like Larry, all of his segments are... I mean, it's not going to be like game-changing or anything, I don't think, but on enemies like Larry, who's made up of a ton of different segments, you're going to be able to see what HP each segment's at, so if you don't want to split him, you can kind of avoid those segments until near the end when you can blast him down and finish off each segment with about 1 hit, if you understand where I'm coming from. So that's really cool, that's interesting. I think that's a nice touch there, as we saw with Chubb. Oh! It's all good. It's all good. We're still looking in a nice position anyway, so I don't mind taking a bit of damage. I find it funny how it still shows the damage on these as well, the traps, even though they're unkillable. Okay. What are we missing? What room are we missing? I do not believe we've been to a curse room yet, though I could be wrong. Okay, that's nice. Oh! I should have let that guy turn invisible, because that would have been a really interesting touch. Maybe it still shows up the health bars when they're invisible, enabling you to see where they are, and thus the cloaking is useless. That's really nice. Man, I'm loving this. I'm so excited right now. I just can't hold back my enthusiasm. I'm just so excited to be playing this game. Oh, the DLC. There's so much new stuff to absorb and take in and wonder at. I'm the happiest guy right now. I found pills. We've got a really generous pill rotation. I found pills. We've got a really generous pill rotation in this one. I think we've got. Have we even experienced a negative pill on this run yet? I think everything has been either beneficial or neutral to us, which is rather nice. Being very kind on this first recorded episode, this first ever run on Afterbirth. Especially considering we managed to get a nice devil deal in ceremonial robes and also the magic mush pickup too. Really nice. No, that's not going to be it. That was a silly idea. Maybe it's this one. No, it's not there either. Where could it be? I don't want to run through all my bombs. We've got a lot. But I don't want to run through all of them. Damn, not there either. Where in the world? Maybe totally at the bottom. Yeah, 100%. Less than 100% apparently. Okay, I give up. I give up. Well, no, I don't actually, because now that I know it's going to be right at the end of this room. Or up there, it could be up there. I'll spend 2 bombs. Man, this is... Oh, yeah, I do. I give up. Oh, well. Oh, well, ignore it. We don't necessarily need the secret room anyway, so no biggie. The gate. Double gate boss on the chest was an absolute ass. I mean, you get the hang of it. Or, is it the gate or is it the... What's the other one called that shoots the brimstones? It's the... I have no idea. I really can't remember. Lipstick, that's range. Yes, cool. And down to the next floor. No devil deal again, but no big deal. We are on the final floor. This should be the demise of Mum. Fingers crossed. Dank depths. Oh, the game just got 10 times better in my opinion. The dank depths. Oh, that's nice. That's really that's an excellent name, got to say. Another IV bag. Sweet. Boom. Money galore. Oh, I just realised we should have... I doubt it's going to happen now, but I'll still hold out for it. We should have held on to a fair bit of money on... In fact, we can still do it with the IV bag. Yeah, we should be able to unlock... What's he called? I can't believe I forgot the characters' names as well. We should be able to unlock... Kane on this run at 55 cents, so we could have held on earlier and got that unlock, but nevertheless we still should be able to make that happen. Oh, yeah, you're easy. All the bosses seem easy peasy now because we have got quite the damage and tier rate going, so we're probably also pretty damn hard to hit right now too, as we are smaller than the familiars that we've got, which is really wacky. Especially with Hookworm too. So you see, I have picked up some kind of crazy looking items to make it a little bit more wacky on this run. Though I did avoid that reroll. Next time, I promise. If it comes up next time in the next run, I will definitely be picking that up. Any kind of roll for that matter. You know what, if soy milk, even if soy milk or Bob's Bastard Brain, the triple B, turns up on that run, I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up. Boom. That's another reason I like Fear Shot as well, because it makes those guys, I don't even know what to call them. I've forgotten half the enemies' names in this game. We'll spawn some more spiders there. No need to hang on to that, really. They're not infamies, but they've got a solid front. It's really useful to have the... Ooh. It's really nice to have the fear on them as well, because it makes them turn their back to you to run away. enabling you to get a free shot and deal damage. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely get Kane on this one. Another thing I also noticed in that previous room... Ew, wow, that's a new one. So, some of those mum's hands are now kind of skeleton hands. And can have that tunnel effect, which is really cool. I'm also thinking of the boss that's also got that move as well. I think that's the cage that can do that move. But as I was saying, the spider looked like it can also shrink enemies, which is also pretty damn cool. Bring them to my level, you know, as I'm really small. But no, in all seriousness, I'm actually seeing benefit after benefit to that item right now. It certainly looks like a nice pickup from the shop, for sure. Okay, so that little sack on the floor drops batteries and keys. I'm assuming that's going to drop other consumables as well, but that's all we get out of it. That's an interesting one. There's so much new stuff to learn, really. It's kind of crazy. Why not play Temperance again? 1 for the money, and 2 for the chance at... Kane! There we go, there he is. And 2 for the chance at getting another IV bag to get ever so closer to the blood bag. Sweet. That's the 3rd character we've unlocked on this run, right? We've got Kane, Lazarus, and Azazel, I believe. Oh, there's another one, the cloaking. Oh, okay, I forgot about that. They can jump on the rocks as well. You can see them through the cloak as well. Such a cool item. I'm sure, yeah, for viewers there who are like big Isaac fans, you'd probably be angry if I picked up that for insurance. So I will stay true to some at least mildly wacky routes and not pick up that, because I think we're good enough as it is to make it work. Hangman's useless for us. Might as well literally pop that right now. It's not going to do anything for us. We'll turn them off. Okay, so that's cool. It does look like there is another benefit as well. Even though it is an empty room, there is a chance that they'll also drop consumables too. So it shows that if you're running low on those, it's always worth doing that. And there we go. Here's another one, the hollow. You can see the different segments there. I mean, you never really struggle with the hollow or Larry anyway, so it's kind of like whatever. It's not too much of a big deal there. You don't really care about splitting them up where, but nice to know anyway, I suppose. Watch battery. Lil charge. Not too sure what that does, but maybe it's got... Maybe it synergizes with the watch from the shop, or acts as a sort of 9-volt effect, some sort of way to charge items, I assume. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out in due time anyway. X-ray vision, cool. No idea what that is, but I can put money into it. Oh no, I bet that was a reroll, judging from the icon above the actual chest itself. I bet that was a way to reroll. Okay, I probably should have done that, considering X-ray vision's not too useful for us in this current state. But nevertheless, what's done is done. And we can end right there. I might as well jump in, because I think we've explored the majority of this floor. So I'm going to just go ahead and do the boss right now. We'll fight Mum. Yeah, some nice damage coming out there. We've certainly got this one done and dusted. 1 run. I kind of thought that a while ago, but it's always nice to not get too cocky and carried away with yourself, just in case. But this will end up being a win for us. Very happy, of course, considering it's our first run of the game, and or at least with the DLC enabled. So I'm all smiles. Okay.
His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for
Why
Isaac.
isn't the cutscene showing?
Was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened.
Why is it not
sending
working?
An angel down from above to stop.
Oh,
his
what a
mother's
screw up.
hand. And just like that, it was over.
Hey, there it is. It came in at the end there. I think that's actually the way that cutscene goes at the end anyway, from what I can remember, so no worries. I'm glad there was no sort of glitch going on. Though the credits aren't showing now, so I'm really not sure as to why that's happening. The Womb, the Purist, Challenge 21, Challenge Speed. Unlock after unlock. Oh, the Harbingers. Okay, that was quite an interesting one for sure. I learnt a ton throughout that run. I seriously did. Found out a lot about new items introduced to the game, and also getting back familiar with some ones that we already know too. As I was saying, I'm really not sure why the cutscenes or the credits didn't show there. I really apologise about that, but just so you know, it's not a problem with the recording. It actually did it on my screen too, so no idea why that happened. Though Isaac did have an update right before we recorded this. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Hopefully it's fixed soon, but no worries, no big deal. As you saw right there, we did get a ton of unlocks, and you will know. Hey, there we go. First run, we beat Mum. Cool. Something to be noted, Afterbirth also adds a ton of new challenges, which is really nice. A lot of which we just unlocked, which is great, as well as the way the game gets played too, with the Harbingers, the Cube of Meat, and so on and so forth. Well, I think that pretty much does it. I'm gonna wrap up right now. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. I know it's been a bit of a crazy and fairly long episode too, considering we only had to kill Mum. But we were getting to grips with everything in the DLC, and I was also getting to grips with the game again myself. And I know I kind of had some rambly and spontaneous commentary throughout the episode as well, but that's because I'm getting used to the game too, as I've just said, and also familiar with actually commentating while playing Rebirth, because those of you who don't, say, do YouTube or Twitch, it actually does feel different talking depending on what game you play. Like when I play something like Dark Souls, I feel in my element. I can just talk forever and focus at the same time. It just flows for some reason. But with this, it's kind of a bit of a different beast. It felt a lot different. So that's pretty much that. I will wrap up now as I'm going on to myself over and over again. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. I've been Beatwolf. This has been the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, and I hope this turns out to be a long-running series for my channel, because I'm in love with this game again right now. So I'll see you guys next time.